Hey there guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for watching today. And today we have some huge Funko news as it is time for 2023 Funko Fair. This is something that they've been doing for the past couple years. They did it in 2021 and 2022. The 2021 one was really awesome, but now we're doing it in 2023. Things are changed up a little bit different, but the premise is still the same. Funko announcing all of the big Funko lines that you can see in 2023, and they definitely started off their first day with a heater as they had some really great stuff, a good variety of like Marvel and anime and some other stuff thrown in there for a good measure. And this year's Funko Fair is going to be set up a little bit differently than years past. I think the first one in 2021, they did 2 weeks where every day was like a different theme, and they just made announcements every single day, and they made like 4, 5, 6 announcements. They threw a bunch of stuff in there in 2021. Then I think in 2022, they did it over a 4-day period, 4 or 5 day period, I believe. So they shrunk it down. Now for the 2023 announcements, they are going the way of kind of like a TV show. We're doing 1 day every single week. So our first day was yesterday. We're going to be recapping all of the news today for that. Next Wednesday is going to be day 2 of announcements. And then day 3 will be the Wednesday after that. So it'll be 3 different days of announcements. And we're going to find out about a bunch of new Funko Pops, Funko Sodas, plushies, Snapsies, whatever, Funko Gold, I'm sure. A ton of Funko products that we're going to be able to pick up in 2023. And now before we get into all the announcements that we found out from day 1 of Funko Fair, if you guys enjoy Funko Pop content, make sure you subscribe to the channel here. We do some Funko news every now and again, ton of unboxings, Funko Pops, Funko Sodas, hunts, all that kind of stuff. So if you are new, definitely make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also leave a like in this video as well. Does make a massive difference. So Funko kicked off Funko Fair 2023 with some huge announcements in the anime community. I know a lot of people are super hyped about Demon Slayer, and I believe it was last year's Funko Fair that they announced the first wave of Demon Slayer figures, and now we're getting a whole new wave right now. Last year we saw all the regular commons and exclusives. Took a long time for those hit store. Luckily it looks like this time they're a little bit ahead of the game, and these will be coming out very shortly over the next few months, but definitely some really cool figures of both commons and exclusives. So the first photo we see includes a lot of the commons we're going to be getting from the Demon Slayer wave, including Kojiro, Mitsuri, Tsuyuri, Ryu, along with Tanjiro with Noodles. And then we also see that there's going to be exclusive here as well, which is actually going to be a shared exclusive between GameStop along with Crunchyroll. And this one's going to be Kagaya. We also got to look at some of the exclusives coming, including the Final Selection Guide, which is a glow-in-the-dark Amazon exclusive. And then there are a couple exclusives in here that we did already see before. I think that Tanjiro one, along with the metallic Nezuko, which is a Toy Stop Collectibles exclusive that I believe did drop over at LA Comic-Con. And I am digging a lot of these Demon Slayer exclusives, including the glow-in-the-dark Barnes & Noble exclusive Kano. And then we also got to look at the new Walmart exclusive glow-in-the-dark Kaijodo, which is probably my favorite out of all these Demon Slayer ones. And then we also have a Nezuko in basket, which is going to be a deluxe figure going over to Hot Topic. And then they also gave us a look at a bunch of different Pocket Pops, if you're interested in that, some of the common ones, and then there's also the running Nezuko, which is also going to be an exclusive over to Hot Topic and Box Lunch. And then for the Five Nights at Freddy's fans out there, they have a ton of new figures, including some of the Circus Five Nights at Freddy action figures. And then we also got an announcement of some of the Circus plushies as well, which I know are very popular, including some that are going to be exclusive over to Walmart. But that wasn't all for Five Nights at Freddy's. They also announced a whole line of the Circus Pops, including Foxy, Balloon Freddy, Balloon Foxy, Balloon Chica, and Balloon Bonnie. And then we're also going to see brand new mystery minifigures for the Circus versions of Five Nights at Freddy's characters. And Funko's now been recently experimenting with different things such as like comic covers and pop albums and stuff like that. Now they're going to be getting into more of the artist stuff as they're actually teaming up with Banksy to do some Banksy Funko Pops. So it looks like they're making two of his different artworks into art covers with both the tagging robot and also the flying balloon girl. And for those Funko collectors out there that are also big Banksy fans or maybe art collectors as well, these could be some pretty cool pieces. And then we got into the big Marvel section of the day. And the first announcement they made from Marvel is a continuation of a set that has already started, as Funko's doing a new Marvel Build a Set line for Captain America Civil War, which is really cool, putting back together all the characters that fought during that airport battle. So the third piece that they had announced was Black Panther, and that's going to be going along with Vision and Hawkeye that were already released previously, at least put up for pre-order, and we're going to get 9 more figures for this set. And then maybe my favorite thing that was announced today was the new Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 Pops and Sodas. These definitely looks like some really cool and interesting figures. So we have a look at some of the figures right here, including Star-Lord, Rocket, Nebula, and Groot, which are all going to be common figures. I really love the new outfits that they have on. And then we also have a look at Mantis, which is going to be exclusive over to Target. And then we also have another Rocket figure, which looks a little bit different than the other one, but that one's going to be exclusive over to Box Lunch. And then some more commons they put out as well is going to be Mantis in her Guardians outfit, Drax, which looks great, Kraglin, I'm really excited to see him in this movie. And then I think the most anticipated character from this movie is going to be Adam Warlock, and he definitely looks great. I love the suit and cape on him. But some of my favorite pops from this wave are going to be the exclusive, including this Cosmo, the space dog. We have a common version of it. We're also getting the exclusive version over at Hot Topic, which is Flocked. I mean, look at that. That's just so adorable. And then we also got to look at another exclusive of a jumbo size Groot, which makes sense, and that's going to be over at Target. Now, I almost missed this one. There's actually one more pop for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. We have the baby Rocket. So it looks like in this movie, we are definitely going to go back and see the origin of Rocket Raccoon, which is going to be really interesting to see. So we have little baby Rocket there, and then also exclusive to the Funko shop, we are going to be getting a flocked variant of Baby Rocket. And now something that Funko did similar to Black Panther Wakanda Forever with Funko Sodas, where they announced a bunch of different Funko Sodas and they put them out as unlimited sodas. They do not have any numbered on here, which did ruffle some feathers in the community, but I think they still ended up having some pretty decent sodas. Now, these Guardians ones are going to be the same thing. They are not limited pieces, but I think these ones are definitely a little bit better sodas than the Black Panther Wakanda Forever ones, in my opinion. We do have some pretty cool ones, like Star-Lord and Nebula. I do like that Star-Lord chase with him with the t-shirt on. We also got to look over at Rocket and Groot. The Groot one is definitely one of my favorite sodas, especially with him holding that sign. We did get a Mantis one, which is actually going to be exclusive over to Target. I believe this is the first exclusive soda over to Target, so that'll be pretty cool. And then we also got a Drax one as well, and I like the comment with him using those knives, and then he also has the chase of him eating some Zarg nuts. And then they did announce a couple other exclusive sodas as well, including an exclusive over to Amazon, Cosmo. I'm definitely picking up that one because I would love to get that flocked Cosmo. Really does look like Scooby-Doo, honestly. And then Adam Warlock is getting his own soda as well, and the chase with him using his powers with his fists all glowing up. And then, of course, they also did announce some Pocket Pops of Star-Lord, Rocket, Cosmo, and Adam Warlock. And then they also announced some plushies of Groot, Star-Lord, Rocket, and Cosmo. And then we got into a little section of some Pop Rocks figures. And they did announce a new Pop album that we're going to be getting, which is the Sir Mix-a-Lot one, which definitely looks pretty cool. I like the sculpt on the figure. And then another Pop Rocks figure, which is a little bit bittersweet because we did recently lose him. It is DMX, and they are putting out a common along with a Funko Shop exclusive for him. And I know that they have worked with DMX quite often, especially putting out like the Funko Gold, and I think he did go to Fright Night or another event, something like that, before his passing. But here's a look at those two figures. Definitely look nice. The comment of him with like that hoodie on, and then the Funko Shop exclusive of him shirtless. And then we did get a little DC flavor thrown in there with a brand new comic cover of Shazam. I think this one definitely looks nice. I love the artwork in the back. The Justice League of America of Shazam and Superman fighting. You also have Wonder Woman in the back as well. and the figure definitely has a nice sculpt. And throughout the day, Funko did a good job of sprinkling in a bunch of different categories, and then they finally got to the TV category, and we are finally getting Pops for Gilligan's Island, which is really interesting that they have never done anything for this classic show, and is going to be coinciding with the 100th anniversary of Warner Brothers. And so we got a bunch of different figures, including Gilligan, the Skipper, Professor, Marianne, we got Ginger, Thurston, and Lovely. And of course, Funko did have to throw in there a Harry Potter figure for good measure, and we got this giant pop moment of Hagrid's hut. We have Hagrid standing there along with Harry, Ron, and Hermione all in there. This thing is giant. And then our last announcement of the day came from Dungeons and Dragons, which is actually going to be based on the new movie that's coming out at the end of March. I'm definitely excited for it because I just love a good adventure movie, and this one looks like it has a very fun cast. So we got to look at some figures, including for Edgin, Holga, Simon, Doric, Zenk, and Forge, which you can see definitely has some pretty big actors in there. But then they also announced an exclusive with this, which is a really big guy here, and that is the 10-inch Themberchaud, which is a little bit of a fat dragon there, a little bit of fat red dragon, but still looks like a pretty fun figure. That's going to be exclusive over to Walmart, which I think is going to be a fun one. So I'm going to be looking forward to picking up these Pops for the movie. So guys, there's our look at all of the new figures that were announced during Funko Fair 2023 Day 1. We'll be getting more next week, so expect a video next week for me to give you those updates on what we got from week 2 of Funko Fair. I don't think they announced as much stuff this time compared to what we did previously. They might throw more into week 2 or week 3, but I think they're going to be a little bit different in terms of how much they're announcing, especially since over the past couple of years, they haven't been able to deliver on every single figure that they had announced, or at least some kind of took like a year to come out. So they might only be announcing figures that they know are going to be hitting in the next like 3 or 4 months, which honestly is a good thing, because again, if you think back to last year, I think they had announced some of the like Disney princess ones or the Disney villains ones, and they were supposed to come out in 2021. They didn't come out until Halloween of 2022, so they had to re-announce them all over again, and it was completely weird. So I totally get why they're keeping things a little bit closer to the chest and announcing less stuff to make sure that they actually deliver on those promises. But still, guys, that was a good amount of figures, so I think there are definitely some great ones. My favorites are definitely some of the Guardians ones, especially that Baby Rocket and the Cosmo the Flocked ones. I am going to pick up a couple of the sodas from the Guardians of the Galaxy line and open them up, because I still think they're going to be cool figures to add to our collection, although it kind of feels a little bit weird that they're not going to be limited pieces. But I do want to hear from you as well. What do you think about the announcements today, and what are some of your favorites? I do really like, again, some of the Guardians ones, along with some of those exclusives for Demon Slayer. Definitely think these are some great ones, but I would love to hear what your guys' thoughts are in the comments down below. And of course, if you guys have not done so already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also, leave a like on this video as well if you enjoyed it. And of course, you can always hit that notification bell to be notified whenever we have new videos drop. But thank you guys so much for watching today. And as always, we'll see you again real soon.